13. Dear attendees of Theater of 10, many of you have no idea who I am. I may look like a dude in your geo class or a TA in the English department, but I'm neither. My name is Jared Mason, aka the Wolfman. I'm an ISU alumnus, a former member of the Improv Mafia, and one of the many past hosts of TED. Friday after work, I met up with an old Theater of TED friend, RJ.
Oh yeah.
RJ. We had dinner at a 50s themed burger joint, and on the way we realized our 10-year high school reunions were coming up soon.
Whoa.
How strange a period of time, a decade. Looking back, I had to think back to my expectations for my life. As a junior in high school, I was a loyal member of the speech team. I had a longtime girlfriend, and I knew I was enlisting for the National Guard, and I kind of figured I'd end up teaching high school English and theater.
Yeah.
Maybe have a house, a wife, a baby. 10 years later, I'm just about there. I do, in fact, teach high school English, at my alma mater, no less. I have a house in the suburbs, and with while some of the characters have made entrances and exits, I'm living my expectations.
Oh yeah.
Talking to my buddy, I realized that I wouldn't have ever expected the path I traveled to get here. When I got out of my Army training, I kicked around the burbs until the next school year. I was behind my fellow 05 graduates. I was going to a school sight unseen, and I was starting as an undeclared major and a theater minor. Basically, I was fucking lost.
Damn.
But my roommates were cool, and I got randomly placed in the dorms next to a guy that moved to my high school senior year and was cast in all the roles that I really, really wanted. Really good friend of mine. They brought me to this crazy RSO. They met in a black box in a theater building that smells like a church from the 1973. As the crowd gathered, it looked like Batman's Rogues Gallery. Girls in lingerie, a dude with the long straight hair and the body like Muscle Man from Regular Show, a guy that looked like a young Gandalf dressed like a 90s punk rock photographer. Theater Tech. The anything goes, no holds barred, late night open mic that sponsored Rocky Horror, 2 themed dances, and a Foursquare marathon. Later, I found out that it was founded by a group of theater-ish kids. Not the theater kids that were the Tevias or the Marion Librarians, but the theater kids that were in the chorus, on the run crew, and in the light catwalks. Kids that loved theater and performance so much that they got an official registered student organization made. I was home. We talked about the good we got out of it, the community and the camaraderie, the things that we were able to make happen, like Rocky Horror, 2 themed dances, a Foursquare marathon, and getting one of the founders back to do his one-man show. We were mighty in the arts. Now, I'm a high school teacher. I direct theater. I coach speech team. And I would have loved to have you kids as students.
Hey, Mr.
You're the kids that volunteer to do the dirty theater jobs. You're the kids that show up for drama club when you weren't cast in a show. And you're the kids that are interesting because you're interested. You're the kids that live the ideals of America.
God bless America.
You can laugh, but it's true. You're the democratic ideals. You live them. The democratic ideals of the country we live in. The ancient Greeks, before they became a military empire, believed that by having a representative voice of the populace, they could better make decisions that their citizens wanted. A system to allow the people to be heard. Simply by being here, you are living the spirit of the arts of democracy. Just by being here, and participating, you are a member of this community. I write this letter to you, the current members of the Theater of Ted, to thank you. Thank you for carrying on the tradition of progress and the desire for equality that we, as free and equal citizens, all carry with us. Thank you for coming together to support one another and to offer a sense of kindred spirituality. Thank you for caring enough to be here. Once you graduate and go out into the real world, you may find yourself in your old stomping grounds or in foreign lands. You may find you're totally lost or right where you expected to be, which, by the way, can be just as scary. You may find a job, a house, and a kid, or you may be in Japan studying kabuki. Wherever you go and wherever you end up, always remember your Saturdays coming and experience this crazy thing called Theater of Ted. Remember that one time in a little town in an ocean of corn and soy, you dared to suck.
Yeah.
You put it all out there. And you didn't care who saw or heard. You bared your soul and you risked it all to be a part of something bigger than you. And at the end of it all, you got enthusiastic applause.
Cool, I guess.